Let's take a look at how we can use a chat activity and set it up for our students in the classroom. I'm on my home screen right now, and I can access the chat activity one of two ways on this page. I can click the plus button in the upper right corner and choose Chat Activity from the left-hand panel. I can also click the Create button and select the same chat activity option. You'll also find the plus button available on other pages on the Knowt platform. You'll notice that there are 4 prompts that you can select that can help assist you as you're giving instructions for setting up your chatbot. The first one is to create a tutor. If you click on that, you'll see it'll say, I want you to act as a tutor for students on, and then some placeholder text. You'll replace that with your own information. Also, you can give some more instructions here. You should be knowledgeable, patient, and encouraging, help students understand concepts clearly and provide relevant examples, ask questions to check understanding, and provide constructive feedback. Also, there's an Improve This For Me button if you'd like to improve the wording of the prompt. The second one is to create a chat with a historical figure, and you can see the pre-prompted information. You can adjust that as needed. You can choose the chatbot activity to be in a debate style, and the prompt will give you some information that you can replace with your own information of the desired topic. And the fourth one is to create a chat with a literary character from a particular piece of literature. And again, you can go in and customize this to your liking. If you don't need one of the 4 pre-selected prompts, you can just fill in information in the text box. You can include the topic, you can include specific standards that you're looking to cover, or objectives. I'm going to fill mine in for a computer science class. In my prompt, I've included in a chat activity, students will review different types of malware covered in their current unit of their computer science class. This activity should prompt students to name a type of malware based on a definition provided by the chatbot. If I don't like it, I can click on Improve This For Me, and then I have to select the grade level. And I have the option to add a file for more context. Because I do have a file that has all of the notes from this current unit, I'm going to upload. And then I'm going to click the Create button. Once the chat activity has been created, you have the option to put finishing touches on it. You can add it to a particular class. I'm going to choose to save it in the class. And I'm going to preview this on the left. How this chat works. This assignment is designed for 10th grade computer science students to enhance their understanding of different types of malware. Through an interactive chat activity, students will engage with a chatbot that provides definitions of various malware types. The main objective is for students to occasionally identify and name the type of malware being described. This activity not only reinforces students' knowledge from their current unit, but also encourages critical thinking and active participation in cybersecurity discussions. Down below, here are the instructions for students. Begin the chat with the chatbot that specializes in malware definitions. Read each definition carefully as provided by the chatbot. Respond by naming the type of malware that corresponds to each definition. Continue the activity until you've identified at least 10 different types of malware. Reflect on your answers at the end of the chat and review any definitions you found challenging. I can select a deadline if I'd like to. I can select a time limit if I'd like to as well, beginning with 10 minutes up through unlimited, and select whether it provides instant feedback or not. I can also set the maximum number of submissions, so if I only want my students to interact with this chatbot once, I can do so. I can select between 1 and 5 and up to unlimited. We can also set the language, which is a great way to communicate with students who have learned English as a second language. Also, you can take a look at the rubric. You can see it will grade students once the chatbot activity has been completed. You can review those and make adjustments as necessary. You can also determine behavior, whether the chatbot should be very helpful, somewhat helpful, or not helpful at all. You can customize the chat's first message, and then you can take a look at prior knowledge. Down below, there are some chat rules. If you'd like to remove any, you can simply click the X button to get rid of it. Also, it will show some suggestions, and if you have any particular suggestions that you'd like to add for this chat activity, you can add it manually here. So at this point, you can preview the chat and see how it works. You can see mine says, "Hello there, welcome to the exciting world of cybersecurity. Did you know that the first known computer virus called Creeper was created in the early 1970s? It spread across ARPANET and displayed the message, 'I'm the Creeper, catch me if you can.' What would you like to know about different types of malware or how to identify them?" And you can see there are some pre-selected prompts. So a student can choose, can you explain what a Trojan horse is? I'm interested in how ransomware works. Or what are some common symptoms of a system infected by malware? So let me go ahead and choose, explain what a Trojan horse is. It'll give a definition. It'll ask a question. The question it's prompted me with is, do you understand how it got its name from the ancient story of the Trojan War? Let's say that I don't know. I'll put in no, and it'll further explain the concept for me. Then it'll prompt the student again, can you think of a real-world example of how a Trojan horse might trick someone into installing it? Remember, these programs are installed by a user. So maybe I think it's a free game. And the chatbot responds, that's a great example. Cyber criminals often disguise malware as legitimate software, and a free game download is a very common trick. It'll go along, give some more information, and then give a prompt. Now that you know what a Trojan horse is, let's move on to another type of malware. What is ransomware, and what does it do? I've put in a definition. Ransomware is when malware takes over control of the computer and prompts the user to pay to gain control of that. It'll give me some feedback. It'll go on and prompt me, and we would continue to do this activity. So if I'm happy with that, I'll just go ahead and click Launch. If I'm dissatisfied with it, I can click Regenerate and start from scratch.